Hello, my name is Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to episode 164. I hope everybody's well. I hope you've all had a lovely week. I hope you've managed to get some crafting done. And I hope the weather's been kind to you wherever you live. I know here the weather's been quite nice. Some days are warmer than others, and you can get away with going out without a coat. And it's so nice to have this regular sunshine. Makes you feel happy. And it gets the washing dry as well. So yeah, I've got my double chopped mocha with me today in my nice little cup, because I feel I need a drink today. It's been a bit of a slow day for me today. I need a little bit of caffeine to perk me up a little bit. There we go. Right, well, I seem to have had a busy week. I might not have got loads to share with you this week, but I have got two finished projects that I talked about last week. The first one is I had a go. I said I wanted to have a go at doing the crocheted socks with the free pattern off the Signet site in the Jellybaby glitter chenille, which I did say that I might get stuck after I've done the foot, which I did. So I spent some time, when did I do it? I don't know, last week sometime, looking on YouTube for anything for crochet slipper socks, slipper boots, whatever you want to call them. And at first I couldn't really find anything. All sorts were coming up, and then I came across a page and it was an actual slipper boot. So I thought, oh, watch this. So I watched it and I thought, oh, yeah, I understand that now. I really do understand it, and watching her do the crochet was really good. So I set off. I followed the free pattern that I'd got. I did the toe and I did the foot up to the instep, and then I reread how to do like the heel part, and it does tell you to like do 12 chain, and then I think you're working back down that chain, but I'm not quite sure I understand how it works. I must be honest, I can read crochet patterns, but I can't read all the crochet patterns that are out there because everybody seems to write them differently. So it just confused me. But if I can watch a YouTube tutorial, then I can think, I understand it. So I am a visual learner, really, or pictures. That helps. Anyhow, I had a go and I did the first one. Then last night I thought, yesterday afternoon I thought, oh, I'll do the next one. Got the foot done, started on the heel, and I'm thinking to myself, am I doing this right? Did I count right? Did all the heel and thought, no, this is wrong, I haven't put enough stitches on. So I frogged it, and this morning I thought, sit down, watch the video again, make notes, write the pattern out, and I did it with no problem. So I have a pair of slipper boots and they fit like a glove. The size on the pattern that I used was 5 to 6, and I don't actually need to wear a pair of socks underneath this because they do fit quite well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with these, and I suppose you can just fold the top over to make them more like a little boot. I think it just depends on the weather, but I mean this will be nice sort of over the colder evenings just to put on, because I have got like slipper boots, like fur lined, and they're really cozy. I had them bought Christmas 23, and they've got like a nice solid sole on them, so they are lasting well. Because I know every Christmas I get asked, what do I want? Do I need any slippers? Because sometimes they just don't last. And I said, no, I don't actually, because they are lasting me rather well. So, but you can't get yourself curled up on the settee when you've got a hard sole on your slippers. So I thought these would be perfect. And like I say, they fit like a glove. Even though it's got glitter in it, it's still quite soft. I mean, you can see all the sparkle there. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really, really pleased with these. Now, if I can get a photo of me wearing them, I will pop a picture in. But if I can't, it's not easy to photograph your own feet. But I will try, so I will pop that in. So I'm really pleased with that because they did not take long to do. I did one sock in one evening. I mean, that's amazing. That is unheard of for me. If I was knitting these and that's all I did, if I were knitting socks, like, it would take me a fortnight, and that would be me working on it every day. So definitely want to look into just ordinary crochet socks and just see if I can do them, see if there's any other ways of doing the heel, and see what I can learn. So that is something for the future. But I think I'd like to do another pair. I have seen some online. I haven't watched a tutorial yet, but it's like Santa's boots basically. They're red and they've got a black belt round here and a white trim on, and I thought, oh, that looks nice. So I've sort of screenshotted the video page, so I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, I can't get my words out today. And kept that, so maybe tonight I might go back on and watch it and see if there's anything, if they do the heel any differently. Write the pattern down, and maybe a bit later on this year I might make myself a pair for Christmas. But I know Adele said to me she'd seen some the elf ones. So I said, oh, I've not seen them. I've not really looked into patterns or anything for these. So it'll be interesting to see what I can actually find. So I'm quite excited to do some more. They might make good presents as well. I'll have to think about that. See if I've got time. So that is a one finished thing that I've got, which is amazing. Now the next thing I've got to share with you, I started, excuse the rustling, I started a cross stitch last Tuesday and I've been working on it. Right, I'm just going to get it out of the bag. Oh, all my threads got caught. I'm getting in a mess here. I've got my thread tangled up. I have as well. Right. It's one of a new bigger kit that I've got in stock in the shop, and I thought it's spring Easter, so I'm going to do this. So I don't class this as an Easter project. Yes, it's got a bunny on, but it's got hearts and flowers around it, so to me it just screams spring. But how sweet is that bunny? So I thought, right, I'm going to have a go at this because I've been dying to start this and not had time. Right. So since last Tuesday, that's what I've got done. So I'm working on the head, I've got the bow, I've got most of the face done. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but what I'm really enjoying this one. It's coming together really, really well. So I'm definitely having an hour a day working on this. But when I was doing it yesterday, I set my timer for an hour and a half. And I didn't press the start button, did I? After about, I don't know, probably an hour, I'm thinking, oh, this timer's not, doing anything. So I went to check it because I wanted to pause it because I wanted to go and get some tea, and I hadn't started it. So I left that, went off, we had tea, and I came back to it. So I set it off for an hour and a half, and I did some more. So I must have had a good couple of hours on it last night, really. But like I say, it's coming together, and I'm hoping once I've done the editing of this video, set it going on, well, getting it ready for YouTube to export, I might have a little bit of time to work on it. I might not have an hour and a half, it might just be an hour, but I'm definitely going to work on that because it's lovely and I really want to get some done. I don't want to miss a day. Is anybody else working on anything for Easter or spring? Have you got any spring projects that you're doing? You know, let me know down below what you're up to. It'd be nice to know what other people are doing. I like working on spring projects. So that's that. And the other thing I said I wanted to do, or I was going to start, was the shadow frame with the flowers. So I've been cutting away, the package is going, I've been cutting away this week, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to get this finished. There's going to be probably quite a lot of flowers to cut, and I'm just not going to have time to sit down and do it every day. But I actually did. I had 2 evenings of cutting flowers and making them up, and then I had an evening, the last evening, I think it was on Friday, I actually managed to put the flowers together in the frame and just fill the gaps with some little flowers. So it's all finished. So if I mean, I did take a little bit of footage, but it was very difficult to do things one-handedly, and I hadn't got my little tripod here. So if it's any good, I will pop a little bit of footage in now. It's just little clips of sort of the stages that, well, hopefully to show you what I've been doing. Well, if the footage went in, you will have seen sort of the finished thing, and you'll have seen that I decided to put a little saying on the frame, which I cut out on the Cricut, so it's cut out in permanent white vinyl, and it says happiness is handmade, which I thought pretty apt for the shop, is that. So this will be going up in the shop next month when I get Kevin to come down and put all my put my 4 frames up. So even if I've not finished the Advent one, I'm going to still get him to hang the frame up, and I will just take the empty frame down when I have finished the Advent, and at least it's one job out of the way, and it's done then, and at least I can put the other frames up, and especially this one. So I cut about 70 flowers out, so that was a fair bit of rolling and that sort of made my wrist ache a little bit, all that rolling, because it's like repetitive. But I did enjoy it, and I'd got 2 12 by 12 paper pads that I'd bought. I'd ended up with 2 of the same for some reason, and I just used them up, and I've got a lot of pieces left over, so I can do some, maybe some small flowers out of that. Maybe I don't know, put some together for some small frames or something, I don't know, but it'll get used up for something. And I put a background paper on the backing board on the inside, like out of the pack, so it's sort of pale pinks and purples, and then everything is just hot glued. I mean, the flowers, you roll them, let them relax, then there's like a bit of a circle, and you sort of glue the rolled bits of the flower and then glue the circle onto that, and it just sort of, it's like a little seat for the rose to sit on. So it's very easy to do, and especially if you've got a Cricut machine or any sort of die cutter, because I know you can get dies for these spiral flowers, because I've had them done myself over the past. But as I've got a Cricut machine, which it's only an Air 2, so it's been on the go for quite a few years, I think, the Air 2. And now I've got my sort of new desk arrangement. It's just sat there and I can just use it, and it's brilliant. And I cut out the vinyl on there as well. And yeah, I mean, when you go looking, I looked on Pinterest for like some inspiration, but a lot of them that I could see were like hearts. Everything was for Mum, for Mother's Day, that I could see, or weddings, things like that. There was nothing else. I didn't want to put a heart on. I just wanted to fill the frame with flowers. But yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely looking on Pinterest to see what people have been making, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to go for this and just do it. And yeah, all the flowers are stuck onto the frame in hot glue. So I used quite a few sticks and burnt my fingers a bit. But I had fun. I had fun doing it, and yeah, I'd probably do another one definitely at some point in the future. So that has kept me busy for a few nights this week. So I'm looking forward to getting these pictures up in the shop. So that's all I've got to show you that I've been doing. I have been doing some other sewing while I've been at the shop. I have been making some bags, and I've been doing some DTF printing. So that has sort of filled my days up while I've been at work, in between customers and everything. But I haven't got them here to share with you. I am going to do a separate little video on that, and hopefully if I can find the footage of me learning to do the DTF printing and everything like that, I will put that in a separate video later on this week, because I'm going to put them on the website probably at the weekend. I don't know, it could be before that. It just depends what I've got to do this week while I'm at work. I need to get some photographs done and finish 1 or 2 things off, but they are like spring gift set, I suppose you could call it. So yeah, so then you'll be able to see the bags. There's a couple of Easter bags there, but then there's like 4 bunny themed things. So yeah, so hopefully everything will be done and they'll be on the website by the weekend, because it just depends what kind of week I have really. So that's one reason I haven't got here to show you, because I did it all at work. I've done all the cutting and sewing and ironing, and everything's just sort of sat in a pile at the shop. So yeah, but I've enjoyed it. I've had a lovely week sewing this week. It's been really, really nice. Also, as well, while I'm putting things onto the website, I am hoping to get these pouches on as well. So I'm hoping to get them on this week as well. Oh, I'm just looking here, I've got one pouch to finish off. I've not done it yet. So yes, that's all I've been doing this week. I was going to say I haven't bought anything, which I haven't technically bought anything. I've got some ramekins coming today. Not interesting really, is it? But the rhubarb's doing really, really well in the garden. I picked some to give to my daughter-in-law yesterday. Not all the stems are ready for picking, but I am going to pick the ones that are ready for picking, and I want to make rhubarb crumble. But I've got to make 2 kinds, because I make the ordinary rhubarb crumble for Jake, and then for Kevin and myself I'm going to do like keto version with almond flour. So I thought if I make some up for me and Kevin, I can put them in the freezer then, and then if they're in ramekins it's a small portion, and yeah, because I love rhubarb crumble and I could eat more than I should do, so I thought small portions, then I won't get tempted to eat anymore, and we can have it with some custard, homemade custard probably, or homemade ice cream. So yeah, so that's going to be a job for, that might be a job actually for tomorrow. I don't think I've got time to pick rhubarb today, but my ramekins, I've got a lid on so I can freeze them, and they are coming today before 10 o'clock. So I'm not making rhubarb crumble tonight. And Jake and Adele have got pancakes for pudding tonight with strawberries, and probably ice cream as well, knowing these two. I'll tell you, I make ice cream, and I think I must have got about 30 containers in the freezer of ice cream 2 weeks ago, and only small ones, little tiny pots, and I think they've had 20 between them. So they do like it. Mind you, I like it, but I don't eat it very often though. Then I definitely will be making some more before Easter, so the rest of the family can have some. Right, well, apart from the ramekins that I've bought, I got my binding, this month's binding, from a specky seamstress, and it's rain and storm clouds and wellies and umbrellas, which is very nice. Normally apt for this time of the year, because we do have rain and wind and all sorts. It's not very nice, but this year we're lucky, we've got sunshine. So that will go in my stash, and it will get used on something in the future. So it's really nice, like blue background, nice and colourful, cheery for a miserable day. So I'm looking forward to using that. Oh yes, the other thing I've got, technically I've not bought this, the shop's bought it, but I've got a new collection of fat quarter bundles in the shop, and this is called Nature's Melody, and I thought I would make some bits for the shop out of this. So we've got a lovely bird one with beautiful like spring flower, well I say spring flowers, nice flowers I will say, and it looks like there's acorns and some berries like raspberries on there, but the background on this is a pale grey, and it's got like a little foliage print on it in sort of a slightly darker grey and white, and it looks very pretty. That I do like that one. And then the next one is an off-white with a green stem, which is nice. Then we've got another bird one with some berries and some white foliage on green. Foliage? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this. I just can't get my words out today. And then we've got like a lilac, which has got flowers on, and then in the background it's got some white, oh gosh, what they're called, cowslips. Is that what it is? Those white sort of weedy looking flowers, but they look very pretty on that. I like this. I just love this collection. And then the last piece is green with some more flowers on and some foliage in the background in green and sort of a very, very pale green. So that's lovely. So what I'm hoping to do next week is work with this and see if I can get a couple of pouches out of this. I know I can definitely get 2 pouches out of this, I think. But I might have to use a different fabric for the lining side. But we'll see, we'll have a go. I think I'll probably take this to work with me tomorrow, get everything pressed out, take my pattern and see how frugal I can be with the fabric and see if I can get 2 pouches out of that, which will be nice. And then they can go on the website. Right, well I think I'm just having a look around to see if I've missed anything. I haven't. So I think what I'm going to do now is finish my double chop mocha and just have a minute, and then I'm going to go and edit this video and get some tea. So I will see you all again soon. Hope everybody has a lovely week. Get lots of crafting done. And if you've got children, enjoy the Easter holidays. And if you don't, just enjoy your time and your crafting time. And I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.